Sean Zattel, boxing voice, here with the famous former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Tito Ortiz. What's up, Tito?
Good, man. Just enjoying this boxing matches that Spike's putting on. PBC is actually doing a great job tonight, putting it all together. Berto did an amazing job. Chris Uella put on a great show. Just awesome to see. Boxing hasn't gone anywhere. I've always been a boxing fan, and we could join the spotlight together, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who think it needs to be one or the other, but you think boxing and MMA both have their place and can both thrive.
Yeah, of course they could thrive. Boxing's been around for such a long time. I've always been a huge fan of boxing, and these guys need a job too. They're going out there putting on a show, and boxing fans aren't going away. That's for sure.
Last week we had Keith Thurman. There's people who think he could fight Manny Pacquiao, fight Floyd Mayweather, and give those guys a run for their money. What do you think, Tito?
You got to prove it before you say things like that. You got to prove it. Mayweather has shown that he's been almost untouchable. Pacquiao's been on a run his last couple fights, but those guys are on different levels, totally different levels than the people in their weight class.
Do guys like myself, writers, reporters, do we jump the gun too much often with things like that, up-and-coming fighters?
No, up-and-coming fighters got to have a desire where they want to go in life, and they just work hard and let it happen. But you got to get those big fights first, and you got to earn it to make it happen. As guys like you guys have your opinions. Us fighters, we put in the hard work. We get in and we fight. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. And I think in MMA, you see the difference where guys lose fights and they're still in it to win it. And I think that's the only separation, that the young guys that are coming, they got to have somewhere to shoot for.
Last couple questions.